Video we're going to be converting between degrees and radians. We are going to visit our unit circle. So here's our unit circle, here's our XY plane. And the unit circle is going to be the same for the degrees and radians. All your square root of 2 over 2's and your 1/2's and your square root of 3 over 2's will still be there. The only difference between the two is if you're working with radians or if you're working with degrees. Primarily, we will continue to work with radians. You will work with radians and math classes after this. But it's good to know how to convert between the two depending on what you're trying to convey in any type of data methods of units. All right. So we know with the unit circle, if I'm talking about degrees, I'm going to do degrees in green. We know a full rotation is 360 degrees. We know that a half rotation is 180 degrees. 1, 2, 3/4 of a rotation is going to be 270 degrees, and 1/4 of a rotation would be 90 degrees. Okay, so this is something that we've been taught, we've been told, and we've used several times. Radians follow the same. Remember, this is 0. This guy on this side is pi. Half of pi would be pi over 2. This would be 3 pi over 2. And this would be 2 pi. Well, we have a nice relationship here that doesn't require any fractions or any coefficients. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this nice relationship here. This is just like basic unit conversion. So 1 pi equals 180 degrees. And I could use this idea to convert back and forth. So let's say oh, and then for this one, well, we'll just keep it like this. So to convert, I could say, I'm trying to see here if they have an actual example of a number other than pi over 2. So let's say pi over 4. I want to go from pi over 4 in 2 degrees. Well, just like you using unit conversions, pi over 4 radians will equal times, I'm going to have to put radians on the bottom and degrees on the top. I'm going to put a little degree sign here. And I know 1 radian equals 180 degrees. Pi radians equal 180 degrees. Let's keep that straight. Pi radians equal 180 degrees. This pi and this pi and this radians will cancel out. So we get 180 degrees divided by 4, which is going to be 180 degrees divided by 4, which is going to be 45 degrees. Okay, I could do this the other way. I could say, I'm trying to think of other than these two. Let's say let's do 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Again, if you remember your unit conversion, we wanted degrees in here, we want radians in here because that's what we want to deal with. So we're going to do pi radians, 180 degrees down there. The degree units cancel out. We are left with 60 pi divided by 180. 6 divided by 18 is going to be 1/3, so we are left with pi over 3. All right. Let's do another conversion. I'm going to delete that. I'm actually going to hide this guy right here. Let's do pi over 7 radians. Well, again, we're going to multiply this. This radians is the numerator, so I have to divide the unit. And we use pi for my radians and 180 degrees because 1 pi equals 180 degrees. The radians cancel out, the pi's cancel out. We are left with 180 degrees divided by 7. So we get 180 divided by 7, which is decimal, which is approximately 25.714. Or if we want to do, like, let's say 75 degrees. Again, and I usually put this here because you have radians in this line. I can do it up here too. Again, 180 degrees, pi radians, because we want to convert to radians. We want to cancel out the degrees. We get 75 divided by 180, which is another approximation. Do I want to do the approximations? No, we're not going to do decimals. What we're going to do is we're going to make this into a fraction, so we could be precise, 5 pi over 12. Alright, so there are a couple of examples of going from radians to degrees and degrees to radians. Guys, if you have any questions, please always feel free to contact me. But the unit conversion tables are actually pretty cool. They're pretty useful, especially when you're going from one unit to another. It doesn't matter what those units are as long as they have a equal value. Alright guys, so if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask and I'll catch you in the next video.